Good morning. Myself Dr. Pintu Kumar, Magad University, Bodh Gaya, Physics Department of Geography. Welcomes to all of you. Dear students, today I am going to deliver very important lecture on the Indian monsoon theory, origin of the Indian monsoon theory. That we already discussed about the different types of theory, that was the thermal theories, the equatorial westerly theories. Now today we are going to talk about jet stream theories of the origin of Indian monsoons. Before this talking of this theory, we have already described and we have already explained about the different physiographic variation of the Indian subcontinent that always influence the atmospheric phenomena and climatic and monsoonal impact. Because of this monsoonal impact, we can understand the whole procedure of the climate and weather conditions. As we know that one of the greatest scholar has told that we have to understand the whole climatic phenomena. India is one of the best example to understand the diversities of this climatic and cyclic circulations in the perspective of Indian subcontinent. So this is the way which we can try to know different types of concept, methods and very technical and informative word that is a part of these lectures. Indian climates is totally different from the other areas because of the different types of landforms, deserts, snow, Himalayan, Tibetan Plateau, Peninsular Indian and its elongated coastal sides approx 6,000 kilometers from here to here of this coastal sea. Before talking to this theory, I would like to explain different types of terms like the concept of the origin of jet stream theory in the Indian subcontinent. And this is the what we know the air and wind, high pressure and low pressures, the cyclic circulation of the wind because of the variation in the wind pressures. Also we have to be talk about the cyclones and anticyclones. India is characterized by the different types of disasters and disasters prone area. India, the sum of the part of India is also drought prone areas. Some of the part of the India is also facing a flood prone area and some of the also part of the particularly the eastern side is facing the cyclones of India. India has also faced the tsunamis that is being influenced from the oceanic area. So this way it becomes a very important part to understand this whole cyclic circulations and origin of the different types of low pressures and high pressures of this world. So that we need to understand the cyclones and anticyclones. Also this theory talk about the jet streams, particularly the jet streams that we need to be focused here. Jet stream, it is one of the flow of air from western to eastern side above the surface between 9 to 18 kilometers. This air flows between 20 to 25 latitudes in the both hemispheres, and the movement and velocity of this air is very high from 350 kilometers per hour to 6 and 700 kilometers per hour. This jet streams is being characterized by two types of jet streams: subtropical westerly jet streams and tropical easterly jet stream. Subtropical westerly jet stream just influence the northeast monsoon and tropical sterly jet stream just give us just it's provide a favorable condition for the origin of southwest monsoon. Through this whole concept, now we are going to understand the whole procedure through these figures. We are just going to talk about in winter seasons the condition of Indian atmospheric phenomena. Generally, because of the in the cold season, the Tibet of Plateau is being characterized by the severe colds, and because of the melting, because of the just snow cover area. So therefore, it become a very high pressure zone. This is also a part of some desert portions, that is the Sindh, Thar deserts, and also that influence the climatic phenomena. I have already talked about there are two different types of natures while receiving of the heat between the land and ocean surface. Surface becoming much more cold and hot as compared to the oceans. So because of this nature, this become a very high pressure belt. Then the air moves from high pressure to low pressure. During that time, the Bay of Bengal become a low pressure as compared to the Tibet of Plateau. So the low pressure, when the air comes here and falls here, then it again receive, it again contain moistures from the Bay of Bengal, and just it moves towards the Indian subcontinents, and that direction is being called it because of east and north to northeast monsoons. So because of in the winter season, because of just the very dry and cold air just come on the oceans in the Bay of Bengal, and again it's received much more amount of the moisture from the Bay of Bengal, and then the origin, the winds which originate from here is known as northeast monsoon, and it's just go on the coastal area. These portions become a very not any influence come under, doesn't come under the influence of precipitation, but during the December and during the winter, the coastal areas of the Tamil Nadu and other area get torrential rainfall, precipitate in that coastal area because of this northeast monsoon. That we call it retreating monsoon. Only the coastal areas of the southern portion of India is being influenced from this retreating monsoon, that we call it northeast monsoon, and precipitate this direction. But in the summer case, what we are just going to talk about, what we are going to talk about in the summer season, we find that just the reverse in the positions. Here, the trough is being formatted here with the in this way syncline and anti-syncline. Here, the low pressure belt again create because during that summer season, just we come on these figures, the Tibetan plateau get much more amount of the heat, and again because of the receiving of high sun rays, then the Tibetan plateau become as here because of the plateau's area, it receives a much more amount of heat, and again it becomes too much warmer as compared to the ocean's area, and then the air rises upward in the direction and just go in that. And secondly, the westerly is always falling from western to eastern side above the plateau of Tibet, and then it just collide with this air and form the cyclones in the clockwise directions. Because of this, we just come here to there are two types of low pressure belt is being created during the summer season, on the at the tip plateau of Tibet. Now this one place is just because of the deserts area, and here and dry and very desert area, and this one is just near to the Siberian region. Because of this plateau of Tibet, where the high pressure belt is created here, and then the air rises, high pressure, because of this low pressure, air rises and just meet here this way. The two ways, the westerly jet stream just flow towards the northern side in the southern Siberian region, and easterly jet stream just flow the Indian subcontinent. This easterly jet streams just flow towards the Indian subcontinent, just come on the and just fall on the Arabian Sea. Because of this air, the nature of this wind is warm, so when it fall in this air, when this air in the Arabian Sea, it create a lot of heat and just again create a lot of is just warm the air and contain a lot of moisture. Again the air moves from here, originate one of the air winds that we called southwest monsoon. It's originate from the Arabian Sea and just it's follow the coastal area of the southern portion like Tamil Nadu, Kerala and other ways, and just go up to the Bay of Bengal. So the monsoon starts from here to 1st June and enter into the Bay of Bengal. Again it's receive the much more amount of moisture from Bay of Bengal and enter to the West Bengal, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, all this area. The another branch of the Indian Oceans that just follow the western sides, and it's precipitate on the sides of the western Ghat, and some of the branches is just cross the India and follow the direction with the Aravalli range, and after that they become much more weaker. So this is the way to originate the Indian southwest monsoon on the Indian subcontinent. This can be understood through these figures when the low pressure of the Tibet plateau created during the summer because of the receiving of the much more amount of heat and just rises this air and create a high pressure, and then air moves and fall in the Arabian Sea, and here it's become here the southwest monsoon is originated, and then again it's enter into the Indian subcontinent into the two different branches, that is the southwest monsoon towards the Arabian Sea and southwest monsoon towards the southern portion of India, and again it's again take much more moisture from the Bay of Bengal and enter into the Indian Sea. So this is the way of the concept of the Indian monsoon of jet stream theory. Now we shall have to talk about the El Nino effect. Thank you.